guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we will discuss about AWS infrastructure. Okay, so what is this mainly? AWS infrastructure is a globally distributed cloud platform designed for scalability, security, and high availability. Okay, so let's discuss about it. First one is AWS Global Infrastructure. So what is this? So this is the physical backbone of AWS spread across the world. Okay, this is the physical backbone. First one is the regions. Like a region is a geographical location where AWS has data centers. Okay, so this is the region. And each region is independent of others. So one region is independent of another one, and where what is this region? This is where the AWS has data centers. Okay. Examples of regions: US hyphen East hyphen one. If it's written like this, it means it's the North Virginia. Region is North Virginia. In the North Virginia, here also AWS data center is available. In this way, AP South one for the Mumbai, EU West one for the Ireland. Okay. So why regions matter? Why regions are important? Why this required? Okay. So choose region closer to users for the low latency. So that's why regions matters. Okay. Meet data residency and compliance. Okay. So if like this geographical location, if data center are available, so you will choose the region which is closer to the users. So that's why you can your latency will be low of the okay, and you will meet the data residency and the compliance. There will be no any compliance issues and disaster recovery across regions. So this is also important. Suppose there is a data center failure, data center failures and all. So in that case, you will be able to recover it. So that's why the regions mattered a lot. For example, an Indian company hosts its application in AP South 1 Mumbai to serve Indian users faster. So in this way, suppose Indian company want to host application, so they can just choose the closer one. So that's why they can serve the Indian users faster. If you will choose the very far from your location, so in this way you can't serve users faster way. So that's why it's better to choose the which is near to you, okay, which is closer. So I hope this clear, like why regions is mattered. Okay. Second one is availability zones. What is this? So each region contains multiple availability zones. Okay. An availability zone is one or more physically separate data center. So one or more physically separate data center is available in each availability zones. Okay. So each region contains multiple availability zones, and in each availability zone is maybe one or more physical separate data center is available. So this is the difference between the region and the availability zones. So connected with high speed, low latency links. So this is the benefit. Example you will see in this way. Okay. If it's written like US East 1, so this is the region. But if you will see like AP South 1A, B like this, so this is the availability zones. So this is the difference. Why availability zones matter for the fault isolation. For the high availability, fault isolations means suppose there is any failure of the data center. In that case, you will easily recover. Fault isolation you can understand like if there is one failure, then other resources will not be affected. So that's why we use availability zones, and it has in fault isolation, high availability, and protect from power or network failures. Okay. Example like run EC2 instances in two availability zones. Okay. And if one availability zone fails, traffic is routed to another. So this is the best example to understand this availability zone, why in one region more than one availability zones is available. Suppose you are running EC2 instance in two availability zones. Okay, and in one, if one asset is failed, so traffic is routed to another. So this is very good, right? So that's why this is very important. Next one is data centers. What is data center? So it's a physical building with servers, storage, networking, power and cooling. So basically these all present here like servers are there, storage, networking and the power and cooling. And this is all the not directly visible to customer. This is the data center. Okay. Next one is the edge location. So what is edge location? So it used by Amazon, CloudFront and cache content closer to users. Okay, example like a user in Delhi downloads images from an edge location instead of Mumbai. Okay, so faster page load. So this is the difference in the edge location. If you will download anything from the edge location instead of the other location, so uh, you any work, whatever the work you are doing, it will be faster. So better for the user to search what is the near about the edge location. It will be helpful for you. Okay. So what is this regional edge caches? What is this? So this is used to improve the cache hit ratio and sit between edge locations and the region. Okay, edge location and the region. So this is the difference. You can understand what is the regional edge caches. So it mainly used to improve the cache hit ratio and it sit between the edge locations and the regions. Only you should keep this in mind. Next topic is the like networking infrastructure. What is this? So AWS networking enables communication inside AWS and with the internet. So this is the networking infrastructure. It enables communication inside AWS and with the internet. Okay, I hope it's clear what is networking infrastructure. So inside this, we use the Amazon VPC. VPC is the virtual private cloud. So what is this? It is a logically isolated virtual network. You control IP range, subnet, routing, security. So this is the logically isolated virtual network. This is completely separated. Example, create a VPC with the CIDR like this for your application. So this is completely virtual network and it's isolated. So this is the Amazon Virtual Private Cloud. So only you have to keep it in mind. It's used to control the IP range, subnets, routing, and security. Okay. Next one is the subnets. What is this? This is the subdivision of virtual private cloud. It belongs to one availability zone only. So this is the key point. Subnets is belong to one availability zone only. Types, two types of subnet. There is public subnet and the private subnet. Public subnet is internet facing resources, and private subnet, that is the backend resources. Okay. Example of public subnet is load balancer. Okay, and the private subnet EC2 plus database. This is the private subnet. What is internet gateway? Short form is IGW. So it enables communication between virtual private cloud and internet. Okay, and it required for public resources. So what is internet gateway? So mainly it's used for the communication between the virtual private cloud and the internet. And for the public resources it's required. So simply you can understand in this way what is this internet gateway basically. What is net gateway? So it allows private subnet resources to access the internet. Those who are private subnet. Okay. Two type of subnet there, like a public subnet and the private subnet. So private subnet resources to access the internet. So this allowed by the net gateway. So you can just keep this in mind. It prevent inbound internet access. Okay. Example like EC2 in private subnet download OS updates via net gateway. So this is the example. In this way also you can understand what is the net gateway. Basically net gateway only allow the private subnet resources to access the internet. So suppose you are using EC2 in private subnet, so to download the OS updates, so it will be downloaded via the net gateway. Okay. Next one is the route tables. What is this? So basically it define how traffic flows, routing, and it controls the routing between the subnets, internet gateway, and the net gateway. Okay. So basically its work is to control the routing and between the subnet and this all, and it defines mainly how traffic flows. Next one is the security groups and NACL. So what is this? So security group, its scope is the instance level and purpose is a stateful firewall. Okay, this is a stateful firewall. And what is NACL? So NACL is the subnet level. It's basically used in the subnet level, and it is the stateless firewall. What is the purpose? So it's used for the stateless firewall. And what is this NACL? NACL is the network access control list. Okay, so I hope this clear. Next one is the compute infrastructure. These all are the AWS infrastructure. Okay, so we are structure. So compute services provide processing power. Okay, like first one is the Amazon EC2. So if anyone saying like Amazon EC2, so directly it should come in your mind, okay, this is the processing power and this is the compute infrastructure. Okay. So what is Amazon EC2? It's a virtual servers in the cloud. Okay, and it's flexible instance types like general purpose, compute optimized, and memory optimized. Okay. And example like a host a Linux web server on EC2. You have hosted the Linux web server on EC2, means your EC2 will work like the Linux, all the terminal and everything, all the commands you can run. So this all done by this Amazon EC2, and this is the virtual server. This you have to keep it in mind. And it is the compute services which provide processing power. Next one is the auto scaling. What is this? So it automatically add or remove EC2 instances automatically. This you have to keep it in mind. Like auto scaling is automatically add or remove the EC2 instances, and it's based on CPU, traffic, or schedule. Okay. Example like a scale from 2 to 10. So EC2 during traffic spikes. So this is the auto scaling. What is elastic load balancer? This all came in under the compute infrastructure. Okay. So elastic load balancer is it distributes traffic across instances. Okay. Types of ALB you can see ALB, NLB, CLB. ALB is used for this HTTP and HTTPS. NLB used for the TCP or UDP, and CLB is for the legacy. So simply you have to keep it in mind. It distributes the traffic across instances. This is the elastic load balancer. What is serverless compute? So serverless compute, inside this you can take example AWS Lambda. This is the serverless. And what is this AWS Lambda? It doesn't have servers to manage event driven execution. Okay. Example like run code when a file is uploaded to S3. Then you are running the code. So this is the AWS Lambda, and it came under serverless compute. And what is this S3? S3 is the simple storage services. And why? What is this? So basically, it is a widely used, highly scalable cloud object storage services. Okay, and it offered by the AWS. So in this way, you can understand. Next one is the storage infrastructure. What is this? So storage infrastructure. First one is the Amazon S3. This is the object storage. It's a highly durable. See the highly durability 99.99%. Like it's making it a reliable place to store virtually any amount of data for various use cases. Okay, like store files, images, video, backups. For example, store application logs or website assets. So you can use this Amazon S3. What is Amazon EBS? So it is the elastic block storage. Okay. So Amazon is EBS is the block storage for EC2. Okay. And it acts like a hard disk. So you can just understand in this way, like it acts as a hard disk. What is Amazon EFS? This is the elastic file system. So it's used for the shared file system and used by multiple EC2. So this is the difference between the EBS and the EFS. Okay. EBS is for the block storage for EC2 and EFS is for the shared file system, and it used by multiple EC2s. What is S3 Glacier? So S3 Glacier is the low cost archival storage, and it for the long term backup. Suppose you want to take backup for a longer time, so you can use the S3 Glacier. Okay. Next one is the database infrastructure. Okay. The first one is the RDS, that is relational database. So it's manage SQL databases, example MySQL, PostgreSQL, and the Oracle. Okay. So this is the relational database. It's mainly manage the SQL databases. Next one is DynamoDB. So this is the serverless database, and serverless is the NoSQL. Okay, you can take NoSQL, and extremely fast and scalable. Okay, DynamoDB. Redshift is a data warehouse and its analytics on large data sets. So this is the Redshift. So that's all for today. Next, all the global AWS infrastructure we will discuss in the next day. So till then, keep learning. And if you like this video, so please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.